Hello, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you're here, you're probably wondering how you should maintain your traditional method of studying as well as digital method of studying, which can be quite confusing sometimes. So today I'll show you how I manage both traditional notes and digital notes and how it all comes together and works very fluently so that it helps you boost your productivity as well as stay focused. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is set up both of the materials that I will be using for my study session. The first thing I have is my textbook, which would be the traditional material, and my iPad, which would be the digital material. So I'm going to go back to the last part of the chapter that I stopped on, which in this case is atmosphere. I've already completed this part, so I'm going to open up the page that I stopped this on since I've already been working on it, and I'm now going to create a completely new different page for my next topic that I'm going to be starting off with. So in this case, the next topic I'm going to start off with is hydrosphere, which is a completely different topic. So for that, I'm going to create a completely different page. Now, this part is pretty simple. I'm just going to give a small title of the topic that I'm going to start off with and then continue moving on with the rest. Right, so after we finish giving a title to the page you just created, now let's go back to the traditional material. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read every single thing that's written on that part of the topic and go line by line, trying my best to understand the contents of the page. So after finishing my reading, I'm going to switch to my iPad and start taking notes. So this is the part where I try my best not to look at my textbook and just try to put down every single thing that I just finished reading. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible in a way that's easy for me to understand instead of using complex vocabulary, because it's supposed to be more summarized, more short, straight to the point. But you can note down in whatever way you want to. This is just what works best for me. Alright, so I'm done taking my notes. I think they're pretty organized. I'm pretty satisfied by them. And now I'm going to be using my third means of source of study, which is my PowerPoint presentations that, well, of course, was done by my teacher. So this is how I use these three sources. I first use my textbook as a primary source, then I open the PowerPoint presentations that my teacher left me as a review source. So I use it to review the notes I just finished taking, to make sure that if everything I wrote down is aligned to what my teacher has taught me. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact thing. Sometimes there are points that I miss, is what my teachers include in these presentations. So if I miss anything, I just make sure to write it down in bold, making sure that I don't forget it the next time I'm reviewing these. So most of the time, everything that I note down is pretty much the same because, well, the textbook is always, the same thing as what the teacher writes down as well. So I use both of these parallelly, making sure that I get every knowledge from both the sides, from the textbook as well as the PowerPoints that my teacher has left me as well. So in this case, I did miss out 2 or 3 things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my color and use a different font and different letter to make sure that I remember the points that I just missed. And I'm going to continue doing this furthermore till the part that I studied to. So after reviewing the notes and changing my notes as well, correcting some things, I'm going to move on to the next topic and just repeat every single thing I've done. So basically, read the textbook first. After reading the textbook, I'm going to move on with taking my notes, writing everything down that I just remembered, and then reviewing the notes that my teacher left in the classroom. Okay, after reviewing that everything is ready, if I'm all set, I'm going to set everything aside and focus on finishing some exercises, making sure that I really understood the topic that I just learned. So some of these worksheets I do are digital, some of them I have physically with me. For example, this one, it's digital. I tend to do these worksheets online by either doing them in classroom or continuing to do them in GoodNotes, or I just simply take the worksheets that I have physically and try to attempt to do those, seeing how much I got right, seeing how much I got wrong, and just like that I continue doing my cycle. Anyways, putting that all aside, that's basically how I manage both digital and traditional ways of studying. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. A like would really mean a lot, and thank you so much for watching.